Hi everyone, welcome back to the Cartel YouTube channel. We're here with another OTS winning deck profile. So, who are you and what did you do today?
Yes, I'm Matthew. Today we went undefeated in NCG's OTS tournament, playing our very own Daniel in the final round. But yeah, do you want to get into seeing the list?
Yeah, so we'll just go straight into the list and then we can talk about some of the tech choices later on.
So starting off today, we were playing Kewl, so we have a relatively standard opening. We have 3 Q, 3 Mix, 3 Rico, 2 Clip, and 1 Red Nova for the monsters. Fairly standard. See some people playing the 3 Clip, turn 0 plays are always nice. But I found with 3 in, I was opening 2 Clip too much. And yes, you can still synchro turn 0 that way, but you're making a track maker and not really interacting with your opponent in any way with that. So I decided to go for the 2, just allows more room for non-engine stuff like that there in the deck as well. In terms of spells, we have, again, standard list, 3 Kewl Synchro, 3 Synchro Overtake, and 1 Kewl JJ. Is possibility to try and up the number of Kewl JJ. It is another line of extension, 3 boards. Means they can't just stop the normal summon, and that's your turn over. Again,
which,
you see...
the deck does struggle with this a bit in the current format.
Yeah, and as you'll see with the next part of the engines in the deck that I'm going to show you, I think the big improvement I would make in the deck is finding space for another one, because there's been a few times today where I was having to make the decision on what engine I wanted to normal summon, which we're about to see here. So we decided to add another engine into the deck just to give it another line of play and another push. So we have a bit of an Elfnote package. We have 1 Medius, 1 Power Patron, 1 Tinea, and 1 Fortuna. And that goes alongside with our spell, our trap.
So we're not playing the Lucina, the red one?
Yeah, so reason we're playing this engine is really because of Theorealize. Card is busted. Part of your main combo, if you open Theorealize plus a Kewl normal summon, you're making either Crystal Wing or Hyper Librarian. So you could end up drawing 5 cards a turn if you start Theorealize. The other Elfnote, it's searches, but to be able to clear your metal zone again, you really have to normal summon the Power Patron, which with only the 1 field spell, it's a bit too much of a commitment. You're really relying on having Synchro Overtake then to be able to extend any further.
Yes, it doesn't really give you the other line of play then, it's a different line of play.
It's a different line of play as opposed to an extension.
You didn't find yourself lacking plays at any point, potentially wanting that additional starter in the Lucina?
The only one I had today where it was a bit awkward was when I opened Fortuna, normal summon Mix, and I got ashed, but I was still able to get the trap, make Omega, negate, hand rip after the fact.
Yeah,
so there was still a line of play there. Again, if you're opening any part of the engine, you want to open Theorealize first off, or Tinea, and then you can do full combo without your normal summon, then normal summon Q afterwards and do a whole nother combo on top of that.
Yeah, so it's a 9-card Elfnote package.
Yeah.
In Kewl.
Just allows you to extend that bit further through hand traps, because they can struggle into every hand trap in the format now, basically. Speaking of which, we're on to our hand traps of the day. We had 3 Fu, 3 Ash, 3 Bell, 3 Veiler. Fairly standard hand trap lineup. 12, bit on the low side, 12 and 40, nearly a quarter of the deck, just over his hand traps. Fu was pretty nice today, got a good few draws off against Branded when they tried to Christie lock me, but I was able to draw that much that I made my own RS before they could summon it, and then just negate it during my turn and play on. Veilers, again, level 1 tuner, allows you to normal summon. If that gets stopped, you can synchro using a Veiler to continue your plays. That's the main deck for now. We'll go on to the extra deck next. We have 2 Trackmaker, 3 RS, 2 Remix, 2 Loyalist War. So these are your Kewl synchros. Again,
No real need for any more than this.
No real need for any more. I have the extra RS just in case we found any mirror matches today. RS is just the mad floodgate of increasing monster with 1700 or less at level by 1 into the mirror match. It can be extremely hard to try and out it, especially if you have a loudness warrior on board. There's very little can be done to get rid of it. Now we'll get into the Elfnote side of the synchro packages. We have our TG Hyper Librarian. Again, insane card. You start Theorealize, summon Medius, summon Power Patron, synchro 5 into this. Search any more of your Elfnotes, summon, continue to play. Every time you synchro summon, you're getting a draw. You know, if you go Q, get Red Nova, synchro that into Trackmaker. You have Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Trackmaker, Chainlink 3, Red Nova to summon, Chainlink 4, Q. And it's just so much advantage off.
And if you
the
start
one summon
that way with Theorealize as well, you're also modulating the top deck initially, and then you also get a Q check the next 2 cards.
Yeah,
so you get to manipulate the top 3 cards of their deck.
A lot of private information. Again, today I had it against Branded again. Looked on the top of the deck, kept them a Saronir when they were on top deck, and made an Omega. So we just ripped this straight from their hand whenever they tried to activate it. Next up we have insane card, Zealand. This card has negated everything for me. Spells, traps, monsters, effects. The remix is such a powerful card for recursion of hand traps, as well as summoning your Rico back out, getting clip, and being able to synchro again. And this here just being able to protect everything alongside that. You know, if you go remix, they try to bail it. No. If you have anything that you can activate as a quick effect, you can negate any effect you want with this. We have the Seraphim. Seraphim sort of goes hand in hand with the next card, Crystal Wing. You know, synchro 7 to the Seraphim. Seraphim summon back out the Power Patron. Make your Crystal Wing, stick it in the middle zone with the Welcome Home. Can't be destroyed. Monster negate that can't be destroyed. Insane card. We have Kewl. It's in the deck, just sort of a going second choice for a level 7. Should I find myself in K9 matchups, Radiant Typhoon, where they are likely to have Dimensional Fissure. And then lastly, I already mentioned it, Omega. Again, ripping cards from hand is never bad.
So is it going second, level 7 choice? Why do we pick Kewl over something like, say, Black Rose Dragon? You know, destroy all cards?
Because again, it can destroy a card, and then you can also extend up and to your...
Yeah, so Black Rose destroying itself isn't...
Yeah, you keep the body, you can synchro up into Clearwing. There is other cards that you'll see on the side. That means we could also make it in different situations. And just having more level 7s is always handy. And we'll have a look at the side deck now. So we'll start off with the main sort of going first cards. We have Nitrio, Rose Whip, a Solemn Judgment, and an Anti-Spell. Did not see them at all today, and this card is the king. It's the go-to card that won me the final round, playing against Daniel. Going first, game 3, go full combo, Elfnote combo, set up, you know, an indestructible Crystal Wing, start doing Kuljin combo, drawing cards along the time with TG Hyper Librarian. Summon this, make my remix, pass to Daniel. Daniel's first effect is Lightning Storm, negate it with a trap, and it's pretty much a skip from there as Daniel shows me 4 more spells in hand, and just no ability to out this at all. You know, I had Loudness Wars, stopping it from being targeted or destroyed. I had Elfnote trap to negate, I had the ability to make an RS to do another negate, and I had a Crystal Wing to protect with any monster effects. So won me the final round to get me my OTS championship. We have, as we just talked about with Daniel, we have the back row hit, we have Duster, Lightning Storm. We were previously on 3 Cosmics, and that was more so just purely for Radiant matchups or Dracotale matchups. The ability to dodge, you know, Flame is always pretty good. Found a lot though, a lot of the times it wasn't the known cards that were the issue. In the past tournaments I've been playing in the past few weeks, it's been things like Rivalry of the Warlords or Anti-Spell Fragrance, stuff like that there. So more just blow out the entire back row as opposed to trying to pick and choose 1 or 2 cards here or there. Again, Fallen of the Virtuous, we'll get rid of that card all day, every day. Next up we have 3 Prelia. Standard, you know, any deck that's going to summon from hand a lot, we'll play that going second. Another few cards for going first, we have Mistake and Arrest. This deck, if you go first, you can stick majority of your Kewl cards in the graveyard, and all cards can search from graveyard or deck. So you don't care about trying to play under Mistake and Arrest, and against things like, you know, Elfnote with the Fiendsmith package, doing it on an engraver, great. And then they're basically drolled for the rest of the game. And the last three of them, the extra deck, or in the side deck, is Retaliating Sea. So this is again why we have things like Kewl. It's a choice to play it, because any 3 plus this here into a Dragotail matchup means I can basically skip one of their fusions, and then on my turn, normal summon, search, synchro, pop one of the speller traps that they have set, like Fallen of the Virtuous or something like that there.
Okay, yeah, that all makes pretty good sense. And then obviously going second, you have a lot of cards there you can put in for the Elfnote package.
So yeah, going second, the idea behind it is pretty much we're siding out majority of the Elfnote packages. Sometimes in the certain matchups, there wasn't enough stuff that you wanted to bring in between these, but like, you know, it's a 9-card package in the Dragotail. Going second, these 9 are coming in, the entire Elfnote package is coming out. Sometimes, if the matchups aren't great, say for like Parelia or Retaliating Sea, we would keep the Etherealize, the Medius, and the Power Patron in, and just side out the 4 Elfnote names, or 2 names, Spell and Trap. So again, they're not that great going second. They're very easily outed, the Spell and Trap. And, you know, keeping the Medius and the Power Patron, at least you can still make Hyper Librarian, and a level 1 tuner is never bad to have in the deck currently. Once it gets this new support out, I don't think it would really be necessary. But currently that's, you know, only a few weeks away at this point.
Okay, well, do you have any shout-outs then before we go?
Yeah, so shout out to the boys from the Cartel, especially Daniel, lent me the Elfnote cards for today to get my first OTS win. Shout out to Kong's Cards for sponsoring us. Use code Cartel5 at checkout to get 5% off any purchases. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, congratulations on your first OTS win.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.